Hello. Today's lecture is again on units and dimensions. In fact, right now I am discussing dimensions, and possibly tomorrow's lecture will be on units. I had given you assignment yesterday. In last lecture on dimensions. First of all, I would like to solve that paper, that assignment with you, so that you get some experience solving problems on dimensions. Let me do that one by one. The first assignment problem was that, if you remember it properly, you must have paper with you right now. That was alpha equal to f(v) square by beta square log to the base e 2 pi beta divided by v square. This was the first question. And we were asked to find the dimensions of alpha and beta. Now, look at this very carefully. This log of this whole is dimensionless. Log of anything is dimensionless. Log operates on this. And this is also argument. This is also dimensionless. 2 pi beta by v square is also dimensionless. That is, anything the log operates on is also dimensionless. Whole of it is also dimensionless, and this part is also dimensionless. And dimensionless quantity I can equate to 1, because 1 is a number and 1 is also dimensionless. So this can be equal to 1 dimensionally, not any physically. It is dimensionally equal to 1. So here I can write beta is equal to v square by 2 pi. 2 pi is dimensionless because it's a number, and v is lt minus 1, its velocity, whole square, and it's L2t minus 2. I got the answer for beta. What about alpha? Now from here, alpha is dimensionally equal to f of v square by beta square, because this from here to here, it is dimensionless. So dimensionally I can write alpha is equal to only this much. So F is m is force Lt minus 2, dimensional formula, and v square is Lt minus 1, that is velocity square of it, and beta square is L2 t minus 2 square of it, because beta is substituted here and square of it is here. And now if I try to simplify it, it is alpha equal to, it is m L t minus 2, it is L2 t minus 2 whole divided by L4 t minus 4. And now you see it is t minus 2 means t minus 4 gets cancelled with this, and it's m, it is L cube in the numerator, L4 in the denominator, it's L minus 1. That is the answer. So we solved this first objective. Now let me go to the second one. Second one was P equal to 3f v square by pi square t square x, and we have to check the dimensions. It is pressure. Pressure means force per unit area, that is m Lt minus 2 by L2, that's area. It is ml minus 1 T minus 2. That's for pressure. Now, let me go to the right side and see if it has the same dimensions as this. If it has the same dimensions, then we have checked it, and we can say that it is dimensionally correct equation. So what to do with it? So it is 3f v square by pi square t square x. And this is dimensionless, so we don't need to write anything for this. So it's mlt minus 2 for force, L minus t minus 1 square, and then there is pi square is dimensionless, it is t square times square, it is x, it is L. So it will be m lt minus 2 L2 t minus 2 by t2 and L. So it is 1 L gets cancelled, so it is m L2 ml2 ml2 this t minus 6. So not dimensionally correct. The equation is not dimensionally correct because left hand side dimensions is not equal to right hand side dimensions. That's all. Now let me go to the third object, which I had asked in the previous paper, in the previous assignment. Third, force is given by, there were some 4 equations, and we wanted to get the right equation. Which of the following equation represents force? And we can check it one by one, but let me check the correct one. That is 2 rho v square. The correct answer I will check a log of rho a r by pi m. We know log of this whole is dimensionless. This log of whole is dimensionless. That I have already told you in my previous lecture. So the only thing remains whose dimensions we have to find 2 times rho v square a. 2 is dimensionless. It's a number. Rho is, it is density. It is mass by volume. That is ml minus 3. Mass by volume. That is rho is equal to mass by volume. And that is m by l cube. It's m l minus 3. You can write it for this. It is velocity. That is lt minus 1 whole square. And this is area, that's L square. So if we go simplify this further, it is ml3 t2 square t minus 2 and L2. This is m, it is TL minus 3 and L minus L4. So that will become L. It is t minus 2, the same as force. So this is the equation which can represent force. That was the third question. You do it twice at your own places and practice with this question. Now let me go to the fourth one. Fourth one is, what is the dimensional formula for 1 by 2 epsilon 0 e square? There are many ways to do this. You can just substitute the dimensions for epsilon 0 and e square and possibly may get the answer. But if you remember this equation, in electrostatics, this expression gives the energy per unit volume, energy per unit volume in the capacitor. This expression is just equal to energy per unit volume. Then what should we do? This energy is m L2 T minus 2, as we already know, and volume is L cube. That is just equal to m L minus 1 T minus 2. If you can remember that this is energy per unit volume, you just write energy per unit volume and get the dimensions. If you can't remember it like that, then you have to substitute for epsilon 0 and electric field. For that, you have to separately find the epsilon 0 dimensions and electric field dimensions. We can do that in a moment. If you can't remember this equation, then you can come back. Once we solve epsilon 0 dimensions and electric field dimensions, you can come back and substitute at these places and get the same answer. But presently, it is very simple. It is the same equation in electrostatics, which tells you that it is energy density per unit volume. Let me go to the fifth one. Fifth one is 1 by 2 mu 0 b square. It is mu 0 is permeability of free space, b is magnetic field. Again, if you remember it, it's the magnetic energy per unit volume. Per unit volume. It is magnetic energy per unit volume. If you remember this by magnetic energy per unit volume, if you don't remember it, then you have to substitute for mu 0 and b, and separately you can substitute values, and finally you will get the answer. But that will be a little length here. And in the meantime, I will solve mu 0 and b separately down the line, and finally you can do it that way also. But presently, let me do it like this. Magnetic energy, that's anyway, any form of energy has the same dimensions. That's m L2 T minus 2 by volume, per unit volume, that is L cube. Same dimensional formula. Okay, now let me go to sixth question. This was the assignment that was put to you last time. You should have done it yourself. But let me do it for yourself, for you people. Root of LC. If you remember this equation, LC oscillators, then you know frequency is equal to 1 by root of LC. Otherwise, you may have substitute L and substitute C also. But let me do it this way, and let me do it other way around also. I will substitute C, I will substitute L, and then I should be able to get the same answer. But presently, omega is equal to 1 by root of LC. So it is just equal to its frequency. Frequency is T minus 1. That is the answer, the dimensional formula. It is M0, L0, T minus 1, you can write. It is 0 in M dimension, 0 in L dimension, and minus 1 in T dimension. These are the dimensions in M, L, and T. Okay, you know, if you remember that equation, voltage potential difference is equal to L di by dt. This is equation there in electrodynamics, that potential difference created in the inductance due to the change in current. It's a well-known equation, and certainly when we go there, I will explain this equation where from this comes, and then I will derive also if it's not possible to derive. Now, this voltage L di by dt, this is voltage, this is inductance value, this is rate of change of current with time. Now C, capacitance, if you remember it, just Q by V. Now let me do it this way by substituting the values. It is 1 by root of, what is L? That is this voltage into this time divided by this current. After all, dt, small time interval, has the same dimensions as time, and small current has the same dimensions as current, and multiply. What is this C? That's Q by V. Q by V. V and V cancels. And I will write here 1 by root of, is anybody online? Yes? Is anybody online? That is
Yes, sir. I'm online, sir.
Okay, that's very nice. It helps me a lot. Now, I. There's 1 by. If you have any question, you please ask so that other students also get benefited. This T is T, this is I, and this Q is current into time. Current gets cancelled, I. So it is simply 1 by root of T square. That's 1 by T. This is T into T. This is T into T, that's T square. And this is T inverse. That is the same answer as this. So you can do it directly like this. If you remember that frequency is nothing but 1 by root of LC, you can do it directly. Or if you don't remember this equation directly, then you can substitute values and do it very carefully, and then finally you will come up to the same answer. Okay. Now let me go to the 7th question. This is the yesterday's assignment sheet that I gave you. I
Yes,
hope
sir.
that you must have tried it,
Yes, sir.
but still I will explain you all the questions. It is an interaction session, and next time, maybe tomorrow, I will explain units, and then I will give you the assignments that will be on my website. I will also refer to my website, and when you go to my website, you will get an assignment paper there, and you try to solve it. And very next day, I will explain all the assignment questions here with you. That would be very nice thing to do. Once I give you the assignment, you try it at your own places, and then we work it out together in this session. Okay, then sixth question is RC, resistance into capacitance. What is its dimension? Most of the students may remember that when you are doing electrostatics, possibly, their RC is defined as a time constant.
Yes, sir.
And you see, there you have, say, V is equal to voltage e raised to power minus T by RC. This T by RC is dimensionless because it is e raised to power, exponential to power,
Yes, sir.
that is also dimensionless. Once
Dimensionless.
T by RC is dimensionless, that's 1. When this power is dimensionless, that's 1. So T
Yes,
is
sir.
nothing but RC, and RC is nothing but time, T. This is the dimension, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you remember this thing directly, and by the time you complete your syllabus, possibly you remember most of the equations. But suppose you don't remember this equation, then what you do? Then you see RC. R is according to Ohm's law, voltage by current, and C is voltage by charge by voltage. This cancels. It is Q by I, and Q is current into time by I. I gets cancelled. It is only time, so it is T. See?
Yes, sir.
Again, let me repeat it.
No,
Okay,
sir.
you can watch it twice. So there's no need to repeat the things. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you can just rewind it and watch again what I am doing. It is a facility which is available here on online. Okay, now let me go to L by R. Eighth possibly, sixth, seventh or eighth.
8, sir.
Okay, so if you can remember any equation regarding this, you will get the answer. But then I had to remind you of all the equations that exist in physics. But here I want to do something else. Now see what I will do. This, I will substitute L, I will substitute R. What was the substitution for L? So V is equal to L di by dt, and R is equal to V by I.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
It is Ohm's law. It is Faraday's law. The induced voltage is produced by the change in current. That is in case of change in magnetic flux. When we go there, so you should not confuse yourself when I write these equations. These equations are just written here just to calculate dimensions. So
Yes, sir.
here you don't need to know what this equation is all about.
Okay.
You need to do what? You need to you need that somehow we should be able to derive dimensions from this equation. So what's L here? That is V into T
T
divided
by
by I.
yes sir.
V into this T divided by this is L.
Yes sir.
Or V by
V by I.
I. V cancels, I cancels, it is only T. That is T dimension. Right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Now let me go to the ninth. Ninth is, what the dimensional formula for E by B? I can write directly, it is dimensions or LT minus 1. You may say how I am able to do it, because I know E by B is nothing but velocity of the electromagnetic wave, that is C. And C velocity has the same dimension as this.
Yes sir. Okay sir.
E by B is the same as velocity. So velocity you can write LT minus 1. But suppose you are not able to recall that E by B is equal to C. So what you do? Let me do it for you. You know, F is equal to QE, force is equal to charge into electric field, and F is equal to QVB, yeah, QV cross B. Dimensions don't recognize cross or dot, just put them into multiply.
Yes sir.
Force, magnetic force is QV cross B, as you know.
Yes sir.
But you don't need to write Q cross B, just write QB, because if we suppose V and B are perpendicular to each other, then we can write QVB, right? So what's
Okay sir.
E by B? E is Q by F by Q? No,
Yes sir. Yes sir.
this one. Divide B. What's B?
F by QV.
QV. Good. F gets cancelled.
Yes sir.
Q gets cancelled.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
V will go up,
Yes sir.
and that's
B
LT minus 1.
LD minus 1. Yes sir.
Isn't that simple?
Yes sir.
If you recall these equations. But I think if 11th class students are watching these lectures, they may not be knowing these equations.
Yes sir.
But what I think that most of the students who need to appear, or who want to appear in a NEET examination or IIT examination or engineering exams, they will be mostly benefited by these lectures. Okay. Now let me go to the 10th or 9th.
10th.
Okay, 10th. That is G epsilon 0. What is the dimensional formula for G epsilon 0? G is gravitational constant.
Yes.
And epsilon 0 is permittivity of free space. Permittivity of free space. Is that right?
Okay sir.
Okay, so what comes to your mind? First of all, force, gravitation force is G m1 m2 by r square.
R squared.
That comes to your mind. And if you are a 12th class student, you must know force between two charges is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. If you are 12th class student, or if you have qualified both 11th and 12th class, then you know both these equations. This is the equation 11th class students know. This is the equation that 12th class students know. And what you do now, dimensionally, this is equal to this, because force on the left side.
Yes sir.
So it is G m1 m2 by r square is dimensionally equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. Is that right?
Yes sir.
So r square is of epsilon 0 you get here, that is G epsilon naught, and is q1 q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon I got here. So divide this m1 m2.
Yes sir.
Do you understand this transfer?
Yes, I
Epsilon 0 is multiplied to G.
multiply. M to divide here.
M1, M2 is put into denominator,
Yes, sir.
right? So you
Yes.
have to calculate now dimensions of these. That will do. Okay. See here. Q is current into time. This one.
Yes.
Second Q is also current into time. 4 pi is dimensionless, written as 1.
Yes, sir.
M1 is M. M2 is also M because both are masses.
Yes, sir.
So what should I add? M minus 2 if it goes up. Yes.
Yes, sir.
T2, time and time.
Yes, sir.
And current is ampere. You write
Ampere.
I2, or you can write M minus 2 T2 A2
A2.
ampere. Current can be written as A also. Some books may continue to keep I, some may replace it with A. Same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
That's all. Is it done correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let me go to, is there any other question?
सर ऐसी बार में पे एक क्वेश्चन है सर.
ठीक है, you just wait, I will solve that question also.
Okay.
And you will give me the reference of the question. S.C. Verma is with me here. Fe by Fm. It is electric flux divided by magnetic flux. Electric flux is E, electric field into area. Magnetic flux is what? Magnetic field into area. This is the definition of electric flux, this is the definition of magnetic flux. A gets cancelled. It is again velocity. It is again Lt minus 1. That's all. But for that, you must know these definitions. And 12th class student who has complete 12th class has the definitions with him. This was yesterday's paper. So I completed yesterday's paper.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday's paper. Now, what is your question, S.C. Verma question? Let me go to that also.
Sir, exercise जो है ना last में. Question number 19.
What is the question?
Let x and a stands for distance. Is integration of dx by under root a square minus x square.
Yes.
Is equal to 1 by a sine inverse of
okay,
a by.
Okay. No problem. I got it and I will solve it for you. Don't bother. But before I do that, let me tell you what we are going to do today.
Okay, sir.
Problems and objectives. On dimensions. I try to avoid units today because units, when I teach you units, it will be a full lecture where all the units are covered. So I will try to avoid questions or units, and I will try to avoid doing units in any way. So,
Okay,
problems and objects on dimensions. Number one, when I start doing problems on dimensions, it will include your problem also, what you have there in your SC Verma.
Okay, sir.
Is that right?
Okay, sir.
Good. Very nice. I have SC Verma here with me. What is the number of the question? Question number, what is the page number and what is the question number?
So, page number 10, question number 19.
Question number 19.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will solve 19. I will solve also question number 6. It is also relating to this. And maybe I will solve some other questions related to this so that you understand it fully well. Okay, that's right. Everything here is with me. Now, here, first question, F is equal to A sine CT plus B cos dx. Find dimensions of A by B and C by D. Please tell me what's the dimensions of CT. CT, yes? It is sine of dimension because it is an angle here. CT
yes,
is angle. Sine का argument जो आगे जो phase है is dimensionless 1. So that gives C is equal to 1 by T. That gives T minus 1.
T minus 1.
What are the dimensions of dx?
Also dimensionless.
Good. Also dimensionless. That gives D is equal to 1 by X. That is 1 by L. That's L minus 1. Okay. What is dimension? This F has the same dimension as what?
A.
A has the same dimension as
B.
Why? Because this rest is dimensionless. This rest is dimensionless. So force has the same dimension as A because this part does not have dimension, has the same dimension as B because this part does not have dimension, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, A has the same dimension as F and B has also the same dimension as F. Why? Because A and B have same dimension because they are added.
Added, yes, sir.
And the resultant, what they make, the resultant, there's also the same dimension.
Yes.
So, जैसे last time I told you, A plus B is equal to C. Dimension of A is the same as B is the same as C. Because whatever dimensions you add, they give the same dimension.
Yes, sir.
2 cows plus 3 cows is equal to 5 cows. Cows plus cows is equal to cows.
Cows, yes, sir.
You understand my point?
Yes, sir.
So that is how it works. So now what is the dimensions of A by B? Dimensionless because A is F and B is also F. Dimensionless. What is C by D? C is T minus 1 and D is
L minus 1.
It is L will go up. L will go up.
Yes, sir.
P minus 1.
Yes, sir.
Velocity. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You please try to do this question again. You see, this CT is dimensionless, dx is dimensionless, sine of CT is dimensionless, cos of dx also dimensionless. Therefore, you write F is equal to this only A plus B. A and B and F have the same dimensions, and you can solve this question by this way, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me go to second question. Second question is P plus A by V square V minus B is equal to RT. Find dimensions of AB product. Number 1, the same as PV square. Number 2, PV4. Number 3, PV5. Number 4, PV square. Which one you think is the correct answer? Think for a moment. Okay. Now, P and A by V square has the same dimension because they are added.
Yes, sir.
So P is equal to A by V square, and that means A is equal to PV square, right?
Yes, sir.
Now V and B have the same dimension.
Yes, sir.
So V is equal to B or B is equal to V. तो A B को multiply करो तो क्या होगा?
PV3.
PV3. PV3. Which option was this? First option was PV3, sorry. It was 2, it was 3. This is the answer. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Third one. Now you see the question which you asked, the question which you just asked. I have one question of that kind. Integration x dx divided by root of 2ax minus x square is equal to a raised power n sine inverse x by a minus 1. Find the value of n. See how can this be done. Look at this. What's the dimension for x? What are the dimensions of this?
A, sir.
What is the
No, zero, sir. Dimensionless.
Dimensionless. So x by a, 1 is dimensionless, x by a is also dimensionless. If this whole is dimensionless, that means either is also dimensionless.
Yes, sir.
If this from here to here is dimensionless, means this is also dimensionless, minus this one is also dimensionless.
Yes, sir.
So x by a is dimensionless, right?
Yes, sir.
So x is equal to a dimensionally.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, integration does not, we don't put any dimension for integration. What is the dimension for x?
Displacement, sir. L1.
Okay. That means that therefore a is equal to L. A is equal to
Yes.
x is nothing but L.
Yes, sir.
Now x is equal to a. Dx. That's also a.
Yes, sir.
Because it is we are concerned only about dimensions.
Okay, sir.
Divide by root. It is a into a square.
Yes, sir.
Minus a square.
Yes, sir. 0.
नहीं ये नहीं होता, ऐसे होता है. देख, a square minus a square is equal to a square. वजह dimensions same dimension.
अच्छा, okay, sir. ठीक.
It is not L square minus L square is equal to 0. L square minus L square is again L square. It is all about dimensions. You are not actually subtracting things. You are writing the dimensions. So what is its dimension? A square. What is its dimension?
A square.
So what should be the resultant dimension?
A square.
Okay, that's it. Because you can't subtract two quantities unless they have the same dimensions. So a square and this must have the same dimensions. And when you subtract them, the resultant also should have what? Same
dimension.
A square is equal to a raised power n. It is dimensionless. That is 1. This 4 is dimensionless. Now it is finished. It is a by a is equal to a raised power n. This cancels off. You go a is equal to a raised power n. You go a raised power 1.
N is equal to 1.
N is equal to 1. That is what he wants to convey us. What he wants to ask us, what is the value of n. Now you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will solve your question also on this so that you understand better. Your question on this is, okay, let me first solve these questions and then finally I will solve your additional questions. Fourth question. Alpha is equal to 2m a by beta log to the base a 1 plus 2 beta L by MA. We have to find the dimensions for alpha. How we are going to do it? Yes, A is acceleration and L is length. M is mass. This is the question that we have to do. Now see here. Can you tell me, yes, can you tell me what is the dimension for this?
Dimensionless, sir.
Yes, because this log operates on something
And becomes a number.
on which it operates dimensionless. So
Yes, sir.
what about 1 plus 2 beta L by MA? 1 is dimensionless.
Yes, sir.
What about this?
This should be also dimensionless.
Because it is added to 1.
1, yes, sir.
So it cannot be added to 1 if it has dimensions, because 1 is dimensionless. This must be also dimensionless, so that they could be added. So I can write 2 beta L by MA is equal to 1. That will give me beta is equal to MA by L 2. So what are the dimensions? It's M, acceleration is LT minus 2, if you remember, by 2 is dimensionless, L. This gets cancelled. So beta dimension is MT minus 2. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
But we are asked to find the dimensions of alpha.
Yes, sir.
So what we need to do?
Alpha is equal to MA by beta.
Okay, have a look here. Alpha is equal to 2MA by beta, because this log of everything is dimensionless.
Yes, sir.
Is equal to 2 is dimensionless. So we don't write anything for 2. Maybe we write 1. That's M. L is LT minus 2 acceleration. Beta is M T minus 2. We write for beta here. Right?
Yes, sir.
And this gets cancelled. This gets cancelled. L only.
Yes, sir.
In fact, he has also asked what is the unit of alpha. I'm not giving you that answer, but if you want answer for alpha unit, it is meter, because it is L finally.
Thank you, sir.
But now I have asked you that I will give you a full lecture on units tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will be giving lectures on alternate days so that you get enough time to concentrate on what I said, because I am giving you assignments every day. You have to work out the assignments in the full. Okay. Now let me go to 5th question. 5th. Can you tell me what's the dimensional formula for epsilon 0?
Epsilon 0.
Epsilon 0. First, we have to recall the equation which connects this epsilon 0. Recall the equation. So equation, there could be many equations, and every equation will give you the correct answer.
Yes, sir.
Every equation is going to give you the correct answer. But let me go to this. F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. 12th class students know this equation. Now what is epsilon 0? Put epsilon 0 here. It's 1 by 4 pi F Q1 Q2 by R square. That is 4 pi is dimensionless. It is Q1, that's current into time. Q2 is also current into time. Force is MLT minus 2, if you remember it now.
Yes, sir.
R is radius, that is nothing but length L square.
L2.
So it is M minus 1, upar ja karke. It is L cube, so L minus 3. It is T square, upar T minus 2, niche, to T minus 2 upar jaकर T plus 2 ho jayega, T4.
Yes, sir.
And I square. You can even write it square also. This is the answer. Recall this equation. Make epsilon 0 equal to this, and finally get the answer. Okay. Now let me go to question number 6. What is the dimensional formula for electric field. Electric field. Let me do it like this. Let me recall the equation. There are so many equations of electric field. You can recall any one you like. And let me recall the easiest one. F is equal to QE. Or electric field as you define as force by charge, force per unit charge. Force you can write M L T minus 2. By charge you can write current into time. That is M L T minus 3 because it is T here.
Yes, sir.
And current will go up, it will be I minus 1. That is the answer. Now let me go to the 7th. Potential. These quantities are mostly from 12th class syllabus. And maybe 11th class students, if they are watching this lecture, they will feel a little difficulty.
Yes, sir.
Potential is equal to work done by charge. Okay, you do one thing. Those who are in the 11th class, they do one thing. Forget about this and just concentrate on the definition and try to see how I find the dimensions from the definition. Work done. That's M L2 T minus 2, right?
Yes.
Charge is current into time. It is M L2 T minus 3 I minus 1. Answer. 8th. Let me go to resistance. Resistance is according to Ohm's law V by I. What is V? अभी देखो potential निकाल.
Yes, sir.
M L2
T minus
I minus 1.
I minus 1.
By I again. So what is that? M L2
T minus
B
I minus
2 because it will go up and it will again become minus, right?
Yes, sir.
ये I पावर 1 है ना, ऊपर जाकर के इसका भी -1 पावर होगा तो इसके साथ ऐड होकर के -2 हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
Answer. Okay. Let me go to the 9th. Capacitance. What's the capacitance definition? Charge by voltage. Charge is current into time, and voltage we just found that. What's the
ML2
ML2
T minus 3
yes
I minus 1.
I minus 1. So what it will happen? What will it become? M minus 1 L minus 2 पर जाकर के
Yes, sir.
T4 T minus 3 ऊपर जाकर के और एक T वहां पर है तो T4 होगा. I minus 1 ऊपर जाकर के I plus 2 हो जाएगा. खत्म हो गया कि नहीं? और सम इसको आप एम्पियर स्क्वायर भी लिख सकते हैं. Okay, 10th is magnetic field. Magnetic field. So what is it? Which equation will derive the dimensional formula? You know F is equal to QVB. QVB. Okay. Now what about B? F by QV. F is M L T minus 2, that is force. By Q is current into time, and V is LT minus 1. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What should I write? L gets cancelled. Okay. It is M T minus 3 because T will go up, it will become -3, right?
Yes.
थोड़ा सा शोर आता है आपके उस से आवाज आती है. हाँ बंद करो, m t minus 3, no, t minus 2, because this t and this will cancel. This t minus 1 is t plus 1, it will cancel. It is I minus 1. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's it. 11th. Now let me go to mu 0. You have a formula, force per unit length. थोड़ा सा आवाज आ रहा है वहां से, आवाज नहीं आनी चाहिए. Force per unit length is mu 0 current into current of the second conductor by 2 pi distance between the two conductors. So I had to find the dimensional formula for mu 0 from this equation. So mu 0 is equal to F into 2 pi r cross multiply divided by I1 I2 into L. This is cross multiply here and cross multiply here, and mu 0 is this into this divided by this. Okay. Now what is F? That's M L T minus 2, and then there is 2 pi is dimensionless. It is L divided by its current, that is itself a fundamental dimension, and I, that's again a fundamental dimension, and L, that's L, right? Okay, this gets off, and I will write M L T minus 2 A minus 2. इसको ऊपर जाकर के -2 हो जाएगा. It's ampere raised to power -2. Can write I raised to power -2, the same thing. That is the answer. Now let me okay, which one?
11th, sir.
Okay, 11. ये बंद करो. Okay, 11th. Now thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity. You have an equation, dq by dt, heat flowing per second through a conductor, is equal to K, coefficient of thermal conductivity, into area of cross section of the rod or the wire, whatever, dt, temperature change by dx, temperature change over a little distance. Okay, I had to find K. Now K is dq by dt into dx by dt. This one, it will go up, it will go down, and 1 by a. This K, this remains like this. This dx will go up here, dt will come down, and a will come down. So dq is heat flow. That's nothing but energy. Heat, like nothing but energy, L to T minus 2. Dx nothing but L, and this dt is nothing but time. But this T is not time, it is temperature. So this dt here, it is Kelvin K, and it is L square. Area, this L square gets cancelled, and it is M M, it is L, T minus 2, and K will go up with K minus 1. This is dimensional formula. Okay? Okay, let's see, have a look here.
इसके नीचे भी है ना एक टी डिवाइड में.
Yes, T नीचे.
Yes,
हाँ,
sir.
तो 3 आएगा. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me go to the 12th. 12th. Let me go to the 12th. 12th. Stephen's constant. Stephen's constant. Stephen's constant can be done like that. Have a look. Stephen's constant. Stephen's constant. What's the formula for that? We know the energy received per time from a black body is sigma A T4. This is a formula. Energy received per unit time from a black body. Yeah, energy received emitted by the black body per unit time is sigma, that is Stephen's constant. Area T4, temperature 4. So what we are going to do here? Have a look. What about sigma? What's the formula for sigma now? Sigma is dE by dt whole divided by AT4. But this T is temperature. This T is temperature. So I will write dE, that's energy, that's mL2T minus 2. And what about this dt, that is time? This is A area, that is L square. This T4 is K4 basically, because this is temperature. Now it is M, it gets cancelled. T minus 3, T goes up and makes T minus 3, Kelvin minus 4. That is the answer. That is the answer. Now let me go to Wien's constant. Wien's constant can be put it like this, definition. Wien's constant. Wien's constant is, you know, temperature of a body into its wavelength emitted is equal to constant, that is B, and that is Wien's constant. It is temperature, it is wavelength emitted by the black body, it is B, that is Wien's constant. So what is B? That is T lambda max. T is temperature, that is Kelvin. Lambda max is nothing but wavelength, that is L. So go L, K, that is the answer. Or L1, K1, that you can also write. It is Kelvin, it is length. That's all. Now I want to give you some assignment here, and you try to do that at your own place. Certain questions. Question number 1. Question number one. What was your question? Can you do your question? Okay, let me do your question first. Integration dx divided by root of a square minus x square is equal to 1 by a sine inverse a by x. What is the left side dimension? Here, left side dimension. We have to see whether the equation is dimensionally correct or not. Left hand side dimension is 1 by a. This is dimensionless.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's the dimension for a? That is x, because a by x is dimensionless. Because find this argument is also dimensionless. A by x is dimensionless. So x is equal to a.
Yes, sir.
So a is equal to x, that's L length. So 1 by a is L. So L minus 1.
Yes, sir.
Now, what are the dimensions for left hand side? Integral, you don't consider any dimensions. Dx is what?
L.
Small length?
Yes, sir.
No. Root of, what is the dimension for a square and x square? X square, L square?
Yes, sir.
A square का भी L square?
Yes, sir. There is L. There is L.
L square and L square, both have dimensions L square. So resultant has also L square.
L square. Yes, sir.
तो ये खत्म हुआ.
Yes,
L by L, dimensionless, right?
Yes, sir.
So this equation is not dimensionally correct. Left hand side dimensions are not equal to right hand side dimension. That's all. यहाँ left side का dimension निकलता है dimensionless. Right side का निकलता है L minus 1. So the equation is dimensionally incorrect.
Yes, sir.
Equation is dimensionally incorrect. Don't make this mistake. L square minus L square is equal to 0. L square minus L square is again the same L square, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me go to assignment section. I want to give you assignment, or I will give you the assignments. I will put the assignments on the website, right?
Okay.
Okay. Let it be that this is the end of today's lecture, and next time, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will put the assignment on my website, and then you can copy it from there. Okay. Let me stop the meeting.